And welcome to SacTown Underground. I am your host, Celestial Thomas, and we have had an event-filled August for you. Stay tuned for a place called Sacramento here at Access Television. We have Sac Dance Lab, food from Taste of Sacramento, a clear shot premiere, and a musical performance as always. Stay tuned, guys. And up next, your calendar of events powered by Sacramento365. Celestial Thomas here with Mr. Toine at the Chalet Event Center in Rockland, California. We are out here promoting
Havana Nights.
Now, Havana Nights. Tell us a little bit about what this lovely audience can expect at your event.
Well, we're trying something new this year. We're trying to combine a car show during the day, and then in the evening we go into a Havana Nights event, the dinner and the fashion show.
We're able to provide all of our amazing talents, and my passion is dance. So I'm going to be basically starting from scratch, organizing dance routines and choreography for the event. We're going to do interludes, and we're going to transition the fashion show into also a performance between live Latin artists here in Sacramento.
Where can people contact you for those types of resources? The website, L for Lupus Foundation, what is the exact?
lforlupus.com. So what our foundation does is give back directly to the people and the families that have lupus. We're at the beginning stages, so right now we're starting with our community. Our money directly goes to the pockets of people and families. It goes to the apartments, they go to their bills, they go to the groceries, their house cleaning.
Our very own Tiffany G had the pleasure to speak to Mr. Len Feldman, who is participating in a place called Sacramento, also known as PCS, here at Access Television. Let's take a look at that content. Go on, Tiffany.
And it is my privilege today to have two incredible guests here in studio with me, working on a project that directly impacted many residents in the South area neighborhood. I'm going to have my friends introduce themselves, as they can do it better than I. Over here to my right, I have...
I'm Len Feldman. I'm the screenwriter of By Any Other Name.
And over to my left, I have...
I'm Jordan Woodall. I'm the assistant director.
And so our story for you today, I find it riveting. So without putting it all out there so we don't take all of the mystery out of it, Lynn, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about this particular project and the passion that comes behind it. What motivated you to jump on board with this?
A lot of Sacramentoans are not aware of the very close connection there was between a major figure in Sacramento and the Nazi effort to cleanse the human race by getting rid of Jews and homosexuals and blacks, anyone who was not what they considered an Aryan person. Mm-hmm. And a well-known Sacramento figure had bankrolled a great deal of the investigation and the science, the pseudoscience of eugenics that empowered the Nazis to do the kinds of things that they did, ultimately leading to the deaths of more than 6 million people.
Right.
And here we had a school in South Sacramento that was named after this person, and it was an open secret. It wasn't that no one knew what he had done,
right,
but no one seemed to get fired up enough to do something. until two members of the school community did. And I had the opportunity as a member of the Jewish Community Relations Council to witness and get involved and be one of the community groups that helped support the effort that led the school board to take some action.
And over here to my left, you have a big part of this project
Yes,
too.
I do.
So tell me, how are you involved in this?
Okay. Well, I'm the assistant director. I'm basically the one running, the set and keeping the cameras rolling at a perfect time.
Okay.
It's a big task.
Sure.
But I feel quite honored to be a part of this project and see it done, because it is such an important issue, especially with the times that we're in.
So tell me, Lynn, what is your favorite part of this movie? If there was any particular part that you say, this is what got me, what would that be?
I think it's the moment ultimately where one of the characters reflects on her own history growing up in Jim Crow South and some of the horrible things that she saw, and ultimately has to make the decision to have the courage to do just the opposite of what she was taught. She was told, keep your mouth shut. Anytime a black person opens his mouth, he winds up on a tree.
Okay.
And if you want to survive and if you want to prosper, just keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
And she doesn't accept that any longer. At that point in her moment, that moment comes in her life where if she can't do that anymore.
And so in this part of the filmmaking process and you running things, what was your most maybe emotional part of this, or what has stuck
Actually,
with
it
you
was
the
the
most?
same
Same
scene.
thing.
It was the same scene for me.
Okay.
I really identified personally with that.
Sure.
And that feeling of not taking it anymore and having to speak up. And that's what really drew me, not just the history aside. That was the human element that attracted me to this project.
Which hopefully will be what attracts many more to the project, is that we're
That's the
human
goal.
beings. We are human beings, and we are all here to be together, to be in harmony. And there is no anything better one over the other. We all have our gifts and talents, and we make a beautiful compilation of people when we all come together. What is maybe one of the biggest messages you want people to walk away with? Once they watch the film, what do you want them to take from this?
I think the activism
Okay.
is really that's the lesson that our protagonist learns, that you've got to do something. You can't stand around and watch, even if you're at risk.
Sure.
And she is at risk, at great risk, but overcomes that and the fear and the training and says, I've got to do something because I've got to.
Yes. And so with that, SacTown Underground, thank you to our in-studio guests.
Thank you.
Can't wait
Thank
for the
you.
film. Back to you.
I'm excited to see that premiere in October at the Crest Theater, guys. Definitely go check out that content. Looks really good. And now we move on to an in-studio guest who Miss Isalia Perez will be speaking about her event, Sac Dance Lab. Let's take a look.
Today we have Sac Dance Lab owner with us.
Yes, my name is Isela Perez. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, such a pleasure. And how long have you had your studio open? Tell us about it.
We've been open since 2017. We now offer over 17 classes a week for adults. Our studio does focus on adult training. And we were at first in Midtown for the first 2 years, and for this last part of 2019 really has been in the new space called the Atrium.
And so what is the program about? What kind of classes do you guys offer?
Sure. So our program focuses on commercial styles of dance. And so that includes hip hop, anything you'd see in like a music video, jazz funk, some jazz. But we do offer some technical classes because if you want to get into the industry as a dancer professionally, you're going to need the basics as well. And that includes ballet, which a lot of people, I think, don't see as part of urban dance, but it's totally necessary for professional training.
And so there's an event happening?
Yes, we're so excited. This is the first time we get to put on a show, and it's called Sac Dance Live. So the studio is Sac Dance Lab. We have a company in-house called Sac Dance Company, and then this is now the show, Sac Dance Live. And what it's supposed to do is emulate the styles that you see in classes and seeing them polished and put together by local choreographers and Bay Area choreographers. And that choreography is then put on the company, who performs in their own show. And that'll take place in September. It's September 28th of this year. Super excited. And it takes place at Sierra 2 Center. It's all ages, and we will encourage people to get up and dance at some point in the show. So it'll be super fun. You know, we just want to spread the word that we're out there and that we're excited to keep growing the program. And you can find more information on our website if you visit sacdancelab.com. We also have our Instagram, which is at Sac Dance Lab, and Facebook, same deal. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you want to check out classes. The most awesome thing to me about the studio, in addition to our community, it's hard to find classes that are taught by professionals at that rate because it's not typically affordable to dance. It's an expensive sport, if you would put it that way. And so we try and stay affordable so that we can bring in as many facets of the community as we can. We don't want to exclude anybody, but also a lot of our clientele are college students. And we understand what it's like to be in college. I was in college at some point. And so to make it affordable so that they can maybe kickstart a professional career, or you know, they can have fun just doing something that's a little bit less expensive than maybe some other activities. Yeah. And it's a confidence booster. And I think a lot of time, you know, today we look at like social media and our young people and really what they're engaged in. And some of those things can really take a toll on your self-confidence, on your ego. But if you're in dance class and you're just present and there's people around you with high energy who are cheering you on, regardless of what you look like and what you're doing, I think it's super special to our community. And I want to touch on, we do invite male dancers.
Yes.
Dancers of any gender, because a lot of the time people will see our videos or our media. We are highly female-based, that the dance industry is, but we really want to welcome anybody, of course, over the age of 18 for those classes, but also, you know, as old as 100, you know, to come dance with us. And intimidation is commonly a factor when going to dance class. It's a very vulnerable place to be, but we try and enforce a really judgment-free environment because we know it can be scary and we know that you're taking a risk to come out. So I encourage you, if you've been on the tip of coming, definitely come drop in, take a class.
And we have Miss Patricia Hanley and her team in studio today talking about their event coming up called A Taste of Sacramento. Let's hear what they have to say about it.
Hi everyone, Alma Leyva here, and I am so excited to introduce our next guest today. We have Pat Sayer with us, and she's going to tell us a little bit about this amazing event going on. So tell us a little bit about the Taste of North Sacramento.
The Taste of North Sacramento is an event where the restaurateurs on Del Paso Boulevard share a taste of their food to the community. It's going to happen on Del Paso Boulevard at the Artisan at 1901 Del Paso Boulevard on September 7th from 5 to 7 o'clock. We're very excited to share the diversity of food on the boulevard. Believe it or not, we have Southpaw Sushi, which will be an interesting type of sushi. We also have Pakistani food coming from Havana. Another exciting thing is we have some of the best Mexican pastries from Havana. So we're looking forward to a number of restaurants. The total number are 20.
Wow, that's a lot of new flavors to try. I'm so excited to have, you know, all these restaurateurs in one place, and we can get to go out there and try food that maybe you haven't tried before. So where did this idea come from?
It came from the idea that many people just aren't aware of the great restaurants that are on Del Paso Boulevard. And so we, as friends of the library, thought this might be a great fundraiser for us. So we are having it so that we can support some exciting programs at the library. We have programs for babies, where we read to babies. We have a huge teen cohort that come to our library not only on Thursday afternoons, but we have a second Saturday where about 30 teens come and play games. And it's very popular. We also have pizza and drinks that the friends support with that. We also have Lucky Day books for all ages, and that's very popular. And these teens have offered to learn about some of the businesses and these restaurants, and what they're going to do is go visit the restaurant, find out some of their best delicacies.
Right.
They're going to then bring that information back to our Taste of North Sacramento, and they are going to serve the food and explain to the patrons why they should then visit for a full meal at one of these restaurants.
Very nice. So the kids are learning as they're setting up the event and participating in the event. It's just an enriching experience. I'm very excited. And this is how many years going on for the event?
This is our second year. So
this is our second year. So we need your support, everyone. Let's make it happen.
Right. We also have a number of beverages.
Okay.
We have Burley, which has they make homemade kinds of soda, and they're going to bring one of their sodas. We also have, let's see, Mellowwood Winery, which is a local vineyard that will be providing red wines, and we are excited about having some beverages.
It sounds like we're going to have, imagine, we have all kinds of diverse food. We have different new refreshments that maybe you've never tried before, and for a great cost. And then what about entertainment?
The person who is going to be there is Stephen Story, and he is well known. He performs at the Delta King, and he has produced a number of CDs, and we have some music that we'll share about that.
Beautiful, yes. So you have entertainment, delicious food you have to try. I mean, these are all local restaurants, and these are, this is our community. So come out and support our community. Come try new food, and you're not going to be disappointed, definitely.
And another aspect is that we are trying to reduce waste.
Ooh.
So we're going to be using bamboo or other kinds of products.
Exactly.
So one of the activities that we're going to have for the kids will be a Happy Meal, HAPPI meal.
Nice.
And they're going to collect different foods and put it in their bag, and then they'll have a toy that will not be plastic. So we're working on getting some other kinds of little prizes for the kids.
How fun. So this is an all ages event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another addition is we're going to have a raffle.
Absolutely. Prizes, entertainment, food, refreshments, the whole shebang.
And if we're able to raise other funds, we'll be going to, we hope, to a larger library. We currently are in a 4,000 square foot storefront. And this is inadequate for our teens, for our toddlers. There's really no space. We don't even have a community room. So we are hoping to move to Del Paso to the old Bank of America building with Cap City.
Okay.
And we're hoping then that we can have differentiated space so that our teens have an area that's bigger than just a table, and so that we have areas for young people and more computers. Right now we are just overcrowded.
Okay. So we're doing this fundraiser for eventually having a bigger space for our youth and everybody that loves the library to come together and be able to experience the best they can and get the knowledge they need with all the support we can give. So I think this is an amazing thing Ms. Sayer here is doing, and please come out and support her. We're gonna have a great event. So everybody, Saturday, September 7th, is gonna be from 5 to 7. The Artisan Building, it's 1901 Del Paso Boulevard. Taste of North Sacramento.
So if you're looking for an event that's not only tasty, but good for our community as well, definitely attend that one. And now we move on to a Clear Shot premiere. What? Here in Sacramento. It was a Nick Leisure film, and it is based off of a true event That is so exciting, and we're so excited to be able to attend. Miss Caitlin Ellis, our producer, had the opportunity to interview the cast and crew. Let's take a look at that content.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Ellis at the SacTown Underground, and today I'm here at the Clear Shot movie premiere directed by Nick Leisure. Thank you for joining us tonight. Can you tell us a little about the film, the concept that it was done here in Sacramento, and how you decided to develop it?
It's something I've been working on for about 3 years now. So we wrote the script kind of about 50 to 60% based on the true story, and the rest was Hollywood.
And then, this being a Sacramento true event, why was it filmed in Mexico? What were the struggles trying to film it here in Sacramento?
The incentives in Sacramento weren't good enough for us to film in Sacramento. It was a struggle to do that. So,
Brother Nick Leisure called me up and said, I got a movie, I got a script, I think you'll like it. He was right, I liked it, I liked him. I took a chance with him. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know.
In the film, I played Don Devlin, who is a SWAT team commander. And so I go in there to this scene thinking that I'm going to charge in and just take care of business as I usually did. And then I'm met by Gomez, played by Mario Van Peebles' character, and he says, not really. I'm the negotiator. This is my case, and this is how I'm going to handle things. So there's that headbutting throughout the whole movie, which I think is very interesting.
And last question, how did you become involved in the film?
So I know the director and writer, however, it wasn't a given that I got a role. I auditioned for one role, and they said, you know, what they probably saw was that, yeah, it wasn't right for you. Read for this other role of Sergeant Don Devlin. So I kind of read up on the lines. I didn't have much to go on but the lines, you know. And so I said, all right, maybe he's an alpha male type. And so I read it the way I thought he would do it as he was coming right off the SWAT van on scene. And so obviously, you know, it kind of worked out because I'm here.
Hi, my name is Alex Felix. I play Cindy in the role in the film. And yeah, it was a really fun opportunity to work with some awesome people. So,
can you tell us how you became involved with the film? Did you find out about it or were you pulled in?
I found out about it because I knew some people working on it and they called me in to read for different things, and then I just ended up working. Yeah.
What was your favorite experience during the film?
Well, we got to film in Mexico, so in Rosarito there are like a bunch of awesome restaurants. We'd always go out as a cast and crew, so probably just hanging out with everyone. It was really fun. Yeah.
And as always, SacTown family, we like to end our show with a musical performance. We have Miss Toine Houston's musical video, IB, and she is actually on tour right now, so she will be blessing us with her presence here in studio very shortly. But let's take a look at what she has to offer us. Thank you very much.
I be both your lunch and dinner date. Alarming when you need a wake. I be your arm, shooting you from harm. Letterwise, I be your cue if you just be my R. Rescue me and I be sure to thank you. Round of applause, babe, I be your stick up. And you surely deserve it all. I be focused when your focal go loco. I be your air or a magic potion if you ever need to disappear. Not for nothing, babe, I be your nocturnal fill in the blank. For anything attempting to ever keep you from great, I be the play into your mate. Check, I be your checkers and spade. Anybody detected to be a hater, I be that 20-30 flow, bopping around the house. House slippers on while baby is on the couch. I be that 20-80 flow, bouncing around the city. Hand fit laid, flexing and looking pretty. I be cruising to rap. It's exciting. I be running across the sky, breaking down barriers in a blink of an eye. I Nike so bumper dry. You willing to change the lens and see something more poignant than money and fleeting trends? Oh, forgot to mention I be a true reflection of Eve before the apple with added introspection. Not judging, just nudging a bit. Trust something's coming from it since fame is the game and we all pushing and shoving for it. They say the struggle's real, wonder why fake is the muzzle on it. I guess I be the answer until questions stop running from it. I be that 20-30 flow, bopping around the house. House slippers on while baby is on the couch. I be that 20-80 flow, bouncing around the city. Hand fit laid, flexing and looking pretty. I be
This episode today is in loving memory of Chester Bennington. 320 changed direction. It was founded by his wife.
Yeah.